If you haven't heard the words Nano Banana, then perhaps you haven't been on the internet over the last few days. This is the name of Google Gemini's new image generation engine. Google Gemini being Google's answer to ChatGPT, and it's causing a big stir. Here's why. So traditionally, Google Gemini can do an awful lot of what ChatGPT, MidJourney and other image generation AI platforms can do, in that it can create fantastic, artistic and also realistic images just from a single, simple text prompt. But with the introduction of Nano Banana, there is one key difference between Google Gemini and all of those other platforms. Whilst those other platforms can create fantastic brand new images, what Google Gemini can now do, thanks to Nano Banana, I can't help it, I'm going to say that as many times as possible, it can actually edit existing images without altering the original image. So for example, if I said to it, take this image of me and change my top to a bright purple t-shirt which says I heart marketing, then it can do that without making any alterations to my face or general appearance. Whereas platforms such as ChatGPT, you'd find that what you would get out of that is a lovely t-shirt which says I heart marketing, but my general appearance would be more of an artist's impression than a real life replication. What you can also do in Gemini is, as well as uploading that source photograph, you can also upload additional photos, which are the specific items that you want incorporated into the original image. So for example, I could upload this image of a Freddie Mercury jacket and say, put this exact item of clothing onto this person, and again, it will do it perfectly. So when I saw this, one of the first things that sprung to mind when I was starting to think, how could this be applied to the world of a state agency, was virtual staging. So I had to play around with it, and here are the quite remarkable results. Now you'll see here an image that I've liberally borrowed from Rightmove of a vacant property, and we all know that images of vacant properties can look a little soulless and quite literally empty. So with a very simple prompt, I've asked it to stage this property with contemporary furniture, and here are the results. Phenomenal. And most importantly, you'll see that the original image has not really been altered, in fact hasn't been altered at all. And as I mentioned earlier, if I wanted to go one step further with this, I could actually specify the exact items of furniture I want in this image. So I can go onto the John Lewis or the IKEA website and say, this sofa here, put this into this room, and hey presto, it does it. Now, I think it's very important at this point to quickly look at the moral and ethical implications of using such AI staged images in your property marketing. I, for one, certainly think that it should be used with a disclaimer so that browsers know exactly what they're looking at, and potentially even alongside the original images. After all, this is something which is meant to help potential buyers, help potential tenants to see this home as what it could be, see the potential. And if they do find out that you're using AI images without notifying them, then that could erode the trust that you are trying to build with them. So do be upfront and transparent in your use of AI. So I'm sure we're just scratching the surface in terms of what's possible with Nano Banana. There, I said it again, Nano Banana. Let me know in the comments, what can you see yourself doing with this technology?